Moving a service drop requires coordination with the utility company and involves additional safety precautions, such as working near power lines. Upgrading an electrical service to 225 amps necessitates proper design, calculations, and materials to ensure safe operation. Feeding an existing panel through a new panel without rewiring introduces potential safety hazards, such as improper grounding and overloads. This practice is generally not allowed by code. The National Electrical Code, also known as NEC, requires that alterations to existing wiring meet current code requirements, including using correct wire sizes, circuit breakers, and grounding methods. NEC 230.79 C1 prohibits feeding an existing panel through a new panel unless the existing panel is brought up to current code requirements. It is important to contact the utility company early on to discuss the relocation of the service drop and any necessary safety precautions. Thoroughly inspect the existing electrical system to determine the condition of wiring, grounding, and safety devices. Obtain an electrical permit from the authority having jurisdiction, also known as AHJ, before starting any work. It is recommended to consider a complete upgrade of the existing electrical system, including a new service drop, a 225 amp panel, and rewiring of the existing panel. This ensures safety, code compliance, and long-term reliability. Communicate your recommendations and the reasons behind them clearly to the customer. Document your findings and any discussions with the customer, utility company, or AHJ for future reference. The customer's request may not be advisable from a safety or code compliance perspective. It is crucial to prioritize safety and follow industry best practices. If you are not comfortable with the scope of the work or have concerns about the proposed design, consult with a licensed master electrician or electrical engineer. Running away from a potentially unsafe or non-compliant situation is not unprofessional. It is a responsible and ethical decision that protects the safety of the customer, the installer, and the general public. Upgrading an electrical service involves several critical steps to ensure safety and code compliance. Firstly, the initial step involves contacting the utility company. This is essential because relocating a service drop requires their involvement and adherence to their specific safety protocols. Utility companies have established procedures for disconnecting, moving, and reconnecting service drops to ensure the safety of both their personnel and the public. Secondly, conduct a thorough inspection of the existing electrical system. This inspection should assess the condition of the wiring, grounding system, and safety devices, such as circuit breakers and ground fault circuit interrupters. Identify any existing issues, such as outdated wiring, corrosion, or improper grounding, which must be addressed during the upgrade. Thirdly, obtain the necessary electrical permits from the AHJ. This step is crucial for ensuring that the electrical work complies with local codes and regulations. The AHJ will review the proposed plans and specifications to verify that the upgrade meets the required safety standards. Fourthly, consider a complete upgrade of the existing electrical system. This involves replacing the old service drop with a new one, installing a new 225 amp panel, and rewiring the existing panel to meet current code requirements. A complete upgrade provides numerous benefits, including improved safety, increased capacity, and enhanced reliability. Fifthly, proper grounding is a critical aspect of any electrical system upgrade. The grounding system provides a low impedance path for fault currents, which helps to protect people and equipment from electrical shock. Ensure that the new 225 amp panel is properly grounded according to NEC requirements. Sixthly, surge protection is an important consideration for protecting sensitive electronic equipment from voltage spikes and surges. Install a surge protective device, known as SPD, at the main service panel to mitigate the risk of damage from surges caused by lightning or other electrical disturbances. Seventhly, arc fault circuit interrupters, known as FSIs, are required by the NEC in many circuits to protect against arc faults, which can cause fires. Install FSIs in the appropriate circuits to enhance fire safety. Eighthly, ground fault circuit interrupters, known as GFCIs, are required in damp or wet locations to protect against electrical shock. Install GFCIs in bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor receptacles to provide shock protection. Ninthly, proper labeling of circuits is essential for identifying and troubleshooting electrical problems. Clearly label each circuit breaker in the new 225 amp panel with its corresponding load. Tenthly, it is important to document all findings, recommendations, and discussions with the customer, utility company, and ODG. This documentation can be valuable for future reference and can help to resolve any disputes that may arise. The proposed method of feeding an existing panel through a new panel without rewiring is generally not allowed by code and introduces potential safety hazards. NEC 230.79 C1 prohibits this practice unless the existing panel is brought up to current code requirements. The reasons for this prohibition include improper grounding, potential overloads, and the lack of coordination between the two panels. Improper grounding can occur when the grounding system is not properly sized or installed, which can increase the risk of electrical shock. Potential overloads can occur when the total load on the existing panel exceeds its capacity, which can cause the circuit breakers to trip or the wiring to overheat. Lack of coordination between the two panels can create confusion and make it difficult to troubleshoot electrical problems. Instead of feeding the existing panel through the new panel, it is recommended to rewire the existing panel to meet current code requirements. This involves replacing the old wiring with new wiring that is properly sized and insulated, installing new circuit breakers that are properly rated, and ensuring that the grounding system is adequate. Rewiring the existing panel can be a significant undertaking, but it is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of the electrical system. If you are not comfortable with the scope of the work or have concerns about the proposed design, consult with a licensed master electrician or electrical engineer. These professionals have the knowledge and experience to ensure that the electrical work is done safely and correctly. In addition to the technical aspects of upgrading an electrical service, it is also important to communicate effectively with the customer. Clearly explain the reasons for recommending a complete upgrade and the potential risks of the proposed method. Provide the customer with a detailed estimate of the cost of the upgrade and answer any questions they may have. It is also important to obtain the customer's written consent before starting any work. Prioritizing safety, code compliance, and clear communication can help to ensure a successful electrical service upgrade that meets the needs of the customer and protects the safety of everyone involved. When upgrading an electrical service, consider several key factors. 1. Safety should always be the top priority. 2. Adhere strictly to all applicable electrical codes and regulations. 3. Use high-quality materials and equipment. 4. Follow industry best practices. 5. Document every step of the process. Remember that electricity can be dangerous, and it is crucial to take all necessary precautions to prevent accidents. If you are unsure about any aspect of the upgrade, consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer. The NEC provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations, including service upgrades. It covers topics such as wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and bonding. Familiarize yourself with the NEC requirements and follow them closely to ensure a safe and code-compliant installation. Use only materials and equipment that are listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories, also known as UL. Listed and labeled products have been tested to meet safety standards and are suitable for their intended use. Follow industry best practices for electrical installations, such as using proper wire connectors, tightening connections to the correct torque, and protecting wiring from physical damage. These practices can help to prevent electrical problems and ensure the long-term reliability of the electrical system. Document every step of the upgrade process, including the materials used, the tests performed, and the results obtained. This documentation can be valuable for future reference and can help to resolve any disputes that may arise.